Good.
Awesome. Make sure to click on my screen. Oh, can everyone who is not presenting right now mute themselves? Awesome. So, all right. Well, so welcome to the SCF 11 candidate pitches. I'm super excited to have you here. I can hope you hear me. I have some background noise. Apologies. My name is Anke Lu, and I'm a program manager on the ecosystem team of the Stellar Development Foundation. And today we have right now we have our second session of the SCF 11 candidate pitches, where the candidates, the selected candidates, the 50 as to be exact, a new record, will present for you, and you can engage live with them. So awesome. So let's head into it. If you're new to the Stellar Community Fund, you're wondering, we're saying SCF a lot, we're saying Stellar a lot. So what is SCF? So SCF is an open application grant program that gives out up to 24 million XLM, which is Stellar's native currency, every year to Stellar-based projects based on community input. So how SCF works, basically, the SCF is carried out on a biannual cadence in the form of rounds, and we have a few different phases. So we started out earlier this summer with submission. We have actually had 2 candidate selection phases, and we just finished the second one, the last one. And now we are in community discussion, where everyone has the opportunity to interact with selected candidates and answer questions and give feedback so that they can really hone in on perfecting their submission. After this, we have community vote. So verified community members can actually vote on which candidates they want to see grow into the ecosystem and deserve their grants. So this is really great. Then we are currently, as you know, in SCF 11, the 11th round already. The pool amount for this round is 8 million XLM. We have received 152 submissions. We didn't receive a new record. It's actually exactly the same as round 10, but next time for sure. We did have a record on the number of selected candidates, which is now 50. And you can find those on communityfund.stellar.org/projects. So also we have today we have a number of projects: TrueStamp, Instrument, Snack, Maru, Centive, Horizon as a Service, Stacks, Currybank, Stellar Carbon, and Spacewalk and the stuff with. So each of these projects will have 5 minutes for their presentation demo. We'll highlight their solution, core abilities, and how they use Stellar, and really how it fits into the ecosystem as well. And any community members here, like anyone who is here, can actually join and ask questions and give feedback. And so basically, like, to watch the candidate screen, so each of these candidates will share their screen. You need to actually click on it within Discord and exit when the screen sharing ends. Just so you know, only members with these roles, candidate SCF 11 and verified members, are able to unmute themselves. So if you don't have this role, make sure to use the chat box and ask any questions, or you can also ask to be unmuted. Also, like, make sure to be kind and supportive to your fellow competitors. Any inappropriate or unconstructive behavior will not be tolerated. So be nice. You know, we have a nice space going on here. And also, like, we have a little bit of time. So if time's up, feel free to leave any feedback in the individual forum posts in SCF 11. And I believe that's it for today. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. Stop sharing. And our next, the first candidate that will present today, let me look at the schedule, is TrueStamp. All right, Glenn, are you ready to present and share your screen?
I am ready, and I think I have started sharing. Can you see?
Yes, I can see it.
Great. All right.
Yes.
I will get started. Thank you.
Awesome. Take it away.
Thanks. Firstly, TrueStamp is honored to have been chosen as a candidate in the Stellar Community Fund twice. We're also pleased to announce that TrueStamp is now live, creating commitments on the Stellar mainnet. In this SCF, we were chosen to be one of the first to participate in the Stellar and DFS Lab Bootcamp. During a challenging, time-constrained week, we applied our focus to designing a user experience for a prototype TrueStamp mobile app. Scan the QR code to see our demo video. This was a fantastic experience, and we plan to turn this mobile app into reality. TrueStamp helps you trust your most important data again. We want to enable anyone, journalists, human rights advocates, creators, researchers, to verifiably prove the timestamp, integrity, and provenance of their data. We want to help you know what's true. We're overwhelmed with new data every day. Verifying what's true requires hard work and lots of questions. Sometimes it seems impossible. Often we're forced to trust the claims of others with little or no evidence to support them. Trust is a fragile commodity, but true verifiability is enduring. Using TrueStamp, anyone can verify your data. It's business critical to prove that research, intellectual property, visual media, or documents all existed in an exact state at a precise time. We need to know when something was created, that it wasn't tampered with, along with rich metadata to tell a more complete story. Stellar is the backbone of TrueStamp. Every TrueStamp commitment is backed by an immutable transaction attesting to its tamper-proof integrity and timestamp. This is the key to trustless, decentralized verification. Time accuracy is critically important to us. Stellar ledgers provide timestamps accurate to within 5 seconds of wall clock time. With new ledgers every 5 seconds, we provide granular and finalized commitments quickly. Stellar gives us a competitive edge. With Stellar behind every commitment, we can focus on capability. We're a SaaS company built to run at scale from day one. Our code runs on the network's edge in nearly 300 data centers worldwide. We're private by design. It's better to see it in action, though, so let's do a little time-compressed demo. Here, we're on the TrueStamp website. We want to help you know what's true. So we're going to create a new item. And doing that, we'll hash those files locally in the browser. So we're going to select a couple of those. One of them is our SCF candidate ping image and a video file. So we're going to drag that over into the browser. The browser will instantly hash those and show them as claims. Those are individual files that'll be part of an item. We'll create the item by sending it to our TrueStamp API. Boom, it's done. Now you've successfully lodged it with TrueStamp, and we've given you back an ID. Now that ID is usable on our Verify website, and we time compressed that. It takes about 3 minutes typically to create a commitment. You can see this commitment is verified. The commitment itself is valid. It has 2 claims that are part of it, which are the 2 files that we dragged in a moment ago. I'm going to put those files in again to rehash them to prove that they are in fact bound to this commitment cryptographically. We'll see the timestamps of when it was created, as well as timestamps and other information of things that happened prior to our submitting. We see some information about roughly where in the world we were when we submitted this information, and how is it bound to public ledgers, in this case to the Stellar mainnet on a certain ledger number, transaction ID, and with a transaction memo. We copied that memo and jumped over to the Explorer, and we can see that that memo hash is in fact included in that mainnet transaction. I did that about an hour ago. Now is the time. TrueStamp is ready to move to the next phase in our journey, bringing customers on board. With your support, we want to help everyone know what's true. Thanks for your vote and your support. Both are deeply appreciated. We're happy to address any questions.
Amazing, Glenn. That was really great. I love the timing here too, and I love that you had on your slide somewhere you had us at Meridian, and I saw some boot camp,
Yes.
and I saw some nice icons as well from the SCF candidate. Amazing. Well, I really. It's also great to see, like, because I know you were part of the SCF bootcamp SCF 10 like earlier this year, and I feel like you've made so much progress as well. It was great then too, but now it's like a lot of progress. So great. Amazing. Is anyone here? Does anyone have any questions for TrueStamp? Feel free to unmute yourself or add in the event chat.
This is BC. I have a quick question.
Sure.
Is the is this applicable to any type of document? For instance, if I want to true stamp a certificate or maybe a real estate document for that matter.
Yes.
Is it applicable here?
The short and easy answer is yes, in all cases. We can actually commit and bind to public blockchains any data, anything that can be represented as bits and bytes. An image, a 40 gigabyte video file, a text file, a document, a contract, anything. That's the short answer.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any more questions? Feel free to hop in.
Come on, I know there's some questions out there.
If no one goes, I'll go in the meantime. So someone had a question? Wait.
Yeah, I was going to ask another question, but Anka, you can go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. So I was wondering. So so now that is the integration completely finished? How will you reach, I guess, your potential users?
Yeah, so TrueStamp in October went live in a soft launch. So we are fully out there and live now at www.truestamp.com. You can create an account, you can sign up for a plan, you can create items and commit them to the Stellar mainnet, which is exactly what you saw in the demo. So our next major step, and what we're hoping to use the SCF funds for, is to support our next goal, which is to now start the real outreach to potential customers in the enterprise and individual customers. So we want to work on the mobile app that we designed during the bootcamp. And we want to start having real conversations with people now that we can show them everything functioning. We want to start real conversations with businesses that can integrate this into their back-end systems. If you're, for example, in a regulated industry like insurance or banking, these are natural users of a system like this where they need to prove intellectual property rights and provenance. They need to prove that documents or contracts existed in a certain state at a certain time to regulators. So we want to explore those conversations with them and see how we can get TrueStamp built in proof of concepts or in full implementations.
Awesome. That's great to hear. I'm looking forward. All right, I think we have time for a last question.
Yeah, can I quickly ask my question?
Of course.
Yeah. So can this is proof of identity is part of the use case for this solution? Like, for instance, if I have a particular asset and I need to be able to demonstrate or prove the ownership of that particular asset, is this a use case that you address with this solution?
Yes, in a way. So one of the things that you can submit when you create an item to send to us, which is an item is a JSON document, kind of an envelope around all this information. One of the things that you can include in there is an ED 25519 digital signature over the entirety of that data. So if you have a public and private key pair that you've created using that technology, which is kind of ubiquitous, you can find it very easy to create those digital signature key pairs. You can then sign the data that is sent to TrueStamp, and then anybody can verify that that was signed by you with the public key that is also included in the commitment. And by the way, TrueStamp also signs every commitment that we put out there. So you can't actually modify a commitment to try and make it work without it failing the verification of the digital signature verification. So while we are not an identity solution and we don't have an official identity policy associated with TrueStamp commitments, the generic nature of being able to digitally sign any data you submit to us should cover most use cases for that.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
think we're on time. So if you have any more questions for TrueStamp or want to get involved, it seems like there's also opportunities for businesses here. Definitely go over to the TrueStamp post in the SCF forum channel, SCF 11 forum channel. Awesome. So we are going to our next candidate. It seems that Instamint has some issues with internet. So Snack, are you able to present now?
We're able to present now.
Awesome, awesome. Well,
Okay.
Jay and
Can you
team.
enable my video? Can you enable my video?
Oh, yeah. Let me quickly.
We just have video, not a slide presentation.
No, you can. You should just be able to share your screen. Yes, and then share your video.
No, I mean, I want to do a video conference. Can you open up my video chat?
Unfortunately, I can't because video chat is not available for more than 25 users, so it will need to be a screen share. Yeah, it's just a Discord thing. Let me know if that works.
Wow.
We can probably give you a bit more time. Maybe someone else can go first.
We don't have a presentation. We were counting on video streaming. So
yeah. Oh, I see.
Can you enable me as like a host?
No, I can't. Like, it's literally like video chat isn't available for more than 25 users. You should have like let me know. I mean, we can see. If you want, you can organize with your team to share through Zoom, and then another person shares that screen. You can try that. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's just a Discord thing. So, okay, so if you can figure that out, I will try to see if we can have someone else go, and we can take this offline as well. Let's see. Our next candidate could be Meru. Carlos, are you able to present?
Yes, we are able to present.
Awesome. Take it away, Carlos, and then let's connect Jay on DM.
Okay. You confirm that you see my screen?
Yes,
I see
can
a screen.
Good. So, hello everyone. My name is Carlos Neira, and I'm calling in from Bogota, Colombia. And I'm very proud to present to you Meru. Please meet Luis. He's one of the millions of people in Latin America who has until now been excluded from benefits of what we call advanced financial services that are made possible via blockchain, because he's not technologically advanced or crypto knowledgeable. On top of that, the normal financial services are not addressing his needs to save or send or spend easily and cost effectively. And on top of that, macroeconomic issues such as devaluation make things even worse. So Meru is what we think is a good solution for this. It's a simple and easy non-custodial wallet denominated in USD. And so it's a simple but complete financial services app and aimed at migrant workers or freelancers that have ties to Spanish-speaking Latin America and the Caribbean. This app, as I said, is denominated in USDC, but funds can be loaded and withdrawn or money sent to or spent in any of the countries where we operate. I'm going to risk it here and I'm going to show a live demo of our app. So give me a second. So this is the main screen from Meru. And so I have in my account $3.7 and I'm earning 7% interest on that. And I can do three things. I can deposit, I can withdraw, or I can send. If I request deposit, depending on the country where I onboarded from, I will have different options. So we have PayPal, we have credit cards that are basically available for every country. And for instance, we have cash. So we are connected to a wide network of cash collecting agencies in the country. And for instance, I'm going to simulate a cash deposit of 50,000 pesos. And when this happens, we are connected to a local anchor, and there's a DEX transaction that is happening to translate those 50,000 pesos into 9.17 US dollars or US dollar tokens that are then, and if I hit continue, those would be deposited in the user's wallet. Other than deposits, you can also withdraw. So you can withdraw to a previously registered bank account in your name. That's where this withdrawal happens. And this also happens in connection or integration with anchors. And you can send to a local or a bank account of a third party in any of the countries where we operate, or to another Meru user. So you don't need to use addresses or cryptographic things, but just an email, and that will be the simple way to operate with Meru. On top of that, and in the next tab, we have, for instance, services. And so we offer, depending on which country, so for instance, for Colombia, we have the possibility of having payments of utility bills. And we have a lot of categories of payments that can be done using the Meru balance. And finally, we are already, we have an open, a waiting list for people to register to receive our secure credit card. So this was a very quick demo of the current situation of Meru, and I'll carry on with the presentation. So the market opportunity, it's been widely studied, and so I'm including in my pitch deck 3 studies from the Inter-American Development Bank, and also from CENLA, and also from Upwork, in which we can see that there's more than $100 billion of remittances sent into Latin America. There are more than 12 million migrants, and there's also more than 2 million people who are getting paid in a different country than where they live, due to the remote nature of current work after pandemic. This is our team. So we have assembled this team, which we believe has the correct balance of technical and business strength, academic credentials and street smart, and also youth and experience that we believe is the right team to lead the way for Meru. This is a quick look into some of our milestones. Just a brief mention. We have been involved with remittances for more than 2 years, and we started with a simple app called Remepagos. This ran on traditional rails, and so very quickly after we did that, we got in touch with Stellar and started to migrate. And so we are happy to have been able to have two anchors, one for Colombia and one for Venezuela. And we recently launched our app Meru last August. And so in this a little bit more than 3 months, we have onboarded 600 users and have transacted more than $100,000. So it's still early. We are still very young, but it's looking good. Finally, we are hoping to get awarded $200,000 by SCF, of which roughly 60% will be spent on customer acquisition and retention. Close to 30% will be spent on our continued efforts to develop our product and to continue to create value to our users. And lastly, we believe we will still need some legal and administrative support, and we are opening shop in new countries. So that's it. By the end of, by this time in 2023, we should be with at least 10,000 monthly active users with presence in more than 5 countries, and hopefully performing more than 100,000 transactions.
Awesome.
Thank you. And not sure whether you have some questions.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Carlos. Is there any questions for Meru?
I have a quick question.
Ask away.
What kind of KYC do you perform when a user links their bank account?
So we have engaged with a couple of partners. We have a partner called MetaMap. They have also, of course, the reference. Yes. They have the reference checks with OFAC lists and all this, and they also perform some document verification. So they are connected to most of the national authorities to do verification of the passport or national ID. And we also have like a selfie and a photograph that correlates to the photo on the document, etc. So we have that for outside of the US. For the US, we have another company that will perform that KYC for us. So we have not a very, very strong KYC, but we have the minimum required by our partners to be able to operate. And we do this through third parties.
Okay, thank you.
So many questions? Don't be shy.
Maybe to complement my answer. So we
Yeah.
perform KYC on current Meru users, and also we perform KYC on the third parties whose bank account we are going to do a remittance or a money sending operation. So we have a KYC for Meru users and also a KYC for people who that are beneficiaries of a money transfer.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Carlos. I think we have to move on to our next candidate. So it seems like some people are having some issues with their internet. So I'm going to definitely move up the schedule a little bit. Tillman from Horizon as a Service, will you be able to present? I know that it's a bit early, but yeah.
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right, Tillman, take it away.
All right, let me get my screen share.
Also, your audio is a bit soft, so just so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, I have to make sure I talk a little bit louder.
Much better. Awesome.
Okay, today I want to talk about my project that I submitted to the SCF for this period. It's Horizon as a Service. Company name is Observer. A little bit about me. I am a DevOps engineer. A lot of my experience is around developer experience, trying to improve developer experience with application development workflow, and then also for internal and external platform engineering. So with that, I've been a big fan of Stellar for a long time. So I've always wanted to find a way that I could give back to Stellar. So for my idea, it's to be able to provide infrastructure and tools needed for businesses to scale and grow on Stellar. So with that, one of the things that I would see going through the documentation, going through the various chats and different message boards is being able to set up the infrastructure needed to run on Stellar. Now, as it is right now, there are a lot of free resources for getting started with Stellar. So, SDF already provides Horizon instances for mainnet and testnet. So, for projects getting started, small scale projects, those Horizon instances, really serve them well. Now, the problem comes in is when your project starts to scale and starts to grow a little bit more. So you start running into different rate limits, and then also the reliability is just not completely there because with these free instances, there's no SLA for those, and then the rate limits are there to protect all users, so everyone has the equal access to be able to get to the Horizon and onto the Stellar network. Now, one of the solutions to this issue is that you can DIY and roll your own API server and get that running. Now, for everyone, that may not be an option because they might not have the time or the technical resources to do that. So the solutions come in as far as going to a blockchain infrastructure provider. We have for Stellar we have Blockdaemon and GitBlock, and with those solutions, you can get a node spun up very quickly. So where Observer comes in is that we also want to make sure it's easy and quick to get that node and that API server spun up for you. But we also want to make sure that we can customize it and tailor it to your use case. So now, right now, we are very early to this process. So we got into the starter boot camp. We got in with an idea, and pretty much coming out of that brutal boot camp, we came out with, I think, a lot of questions that we could provide to the community to try to get something that would work for everyone. Now, I wanted to do a little short demonstration of the onboarding flow that we demoed in the boot camp. So now for this process, we're going to act like we're a developer from a fictional company called Galaxy Pay. So they're a fintech company that specializes in inmate banking. So we'll go ahead and get them signed up, and then we'll go ahead and log in. Now, when we first get to the dashboard, we want to make it very easy to go ahead and create a Horizon instance for them, because for Galaxy Pay, they're scaling and they're just kind of blowing up at this moment. So we want to go ahead and get a Horizon instance created for them so they can kind of handle the influx of traffic that they're getting. So we'll get that Horizon instance started. We'll get the name together. We'll make sure we choose a region that is close to their users, and then we'll get to an instance type. Right now, we'll select a dedicated instance type. And then as far as history requirements, we're going to go with a filtered option. Now, this filtered option is for the ingestion filtering feature that is within Horizon. So we can provide them with a default set of relevant assets to make sure that the database for this Horizon instance is very small. So now if they don't understand exactly what they would get from the filtered versus full option, we'll make sure to provide details for them for that. So once they enter the payment information, we'll go ahead and get that instance created. And
We're
then
getting
once
up
the
on
instance
time.
created, they'll get their
Sorry.
API key and information. And then we'll be back to the dashboard. All right. And that is it for the demo. Now, any questions?
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tillman. This is amazing. So much progress also during the bootcamp. I wonder who your facilitator was. Justin. Sorry. Awesome. So does anyone have any questions? Feel free to unmute yourself. Don't be shy.
Yeah, I have a question. I was wondering, I very much like this proposal, and I was wondering if you would also consider giving people like shared access to a Horizon server that you host. So I've heard that a lot of people just might find it a lot they don't really need their own Horizon server maybe, but they want to get some kind of access with an SLA to Horizon. Have you thought about that?
Oh yes, definitely. That is definitely on the roadmap to do as well. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that we would like to provide. So dedicated and shared API servers is on that roadmap.
That's great. I think there's a lot of demand for that. Thank you.
Hey, how about pricing compared to like Alchemy or other infrastructure providers?
I would say as far as pricing, it would be similar for for a shared instance. For a dedicated instance, I think it may be a little cheaper for our dedicated instance compared to theirs, because we're also going to make sure that we're trying to get the database as small as possible. So the filter ingestion is kind of what our secret sauce is going to be for a lot of this. So we're just trying to try to make it small and compact, and not try to break the bank.
Awesome. Any more questions? I think we have room for one more.
I have a quick question. First, comment. Congrats, Tillman, on getting through the boot camp as a solo founder. I know personally that that's not an easy thing to do. I wonder if you could talk a little bit about if you're planning to make any kind of custom changes to Horizon to enable this sort of shared or dedicated hosting environment, and how that deals with talking to the core backend.
So for the shared and dedicated, right now the offerings wouldn't have anything custom to them. So talking to the core would be the same as always. Now, the benefit for the way Horizon is set up, there's the Horizon library is set up to where we can have custom integrations if we wanted to. So we can have different types of custom ingestion. So So now that's another thing down the line that we would like to offer. So I think the opportunities are immense for the different types of ways we can ingest the data from Stellar, and that's already built in to the Horizon libraries. So everything will be the same as connecting to the core. We'll just build on the functionality that they're giving us.
Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And so if you have any other questions or want to connect with Tillman, please do so in the channel or in the event chat. All right, so we're going up. I'm just going down the list. I see Centif Bolarinwa. Did you get your internet a bit better? Are you able to present?
I can.
Awesome.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, feel free
Can you
to
hear me?
share your screen. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, hi, everyone. My name is Bolarinwa Odupe. I am the founder and CEO of Centif. Centif is an African startup building solutions to connect Africa to the global market by leveraging on blockchain technology. Among the array of products we are looking to build over time, I'm presenting to you Centif Pay. Centif Pay is a payment system built on a blockchain to facilitate cross-border payments in Africa. Ianu, please, can you share your screen?
Okay, sorry.
My colleague will be sharing the screen now. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was just wondering. All right, awesome. Well, great to have you here. Let me know if it works, because I'm not sure. What is their name? I just have to make sure they have their right roles.
Yeah, his name is Ianu, Centif Pay.
Okay. Yeah, he should be able to present.
Okay, Ianu, there you go.
All right, Centif. I'm just waiting on the screen. It's loading for me. Okay, yeah. Take it away.
I hope you can hear me.
Yes.
Okay. Centif is an African startup building solutions to connect Africa to the global market by leveraging on blockchain technology. Our current product build, Centif Pay, is a payment system on the blockchain to facilitate cross-border payments in Africa. And at this point in time, we are launching this particular product to close the loopholes that are prevalent across payments, speaking about high transfer fees, settlements, ASOs, and so on and so forth. At this point in time, Africa and Nigeria is recording a high rate of immigration. This year alone, we've had over 65,000 individuals or youths migrate out of Africa, out of Nigeria, to United States of America. And we have times 3 of that, those who have migrated to the United Kingdom. At this point, the list of their worries should be payments. Amongst these individuals, we have those who have international students who need to receive funds from home. We have migrant workers who want to send money back home. And that is where we are launching this product to solve the problem of high transaction fees, delaying transaction, ASOs, and so on and so forth. The next slide, please. And the solution we are bringing on board, first and foremost, is crypto to bank. Currently, there is a kind of regulation that is making it difficult for users of crypto to send funds from their crypto directly into their bank account. And that is why we're making this easy by leveraging on the Stellar blockchain that is making it possible for users to send funds from crypto directly into their bank account. Secondly, to address the issue of high transaction fees, we are making transaction fees as affordable as possible to make it easier, especially for those into businesses, to enable them finalize their business transactions with their partners beyond their transactions. These are our product features at a glance. We have the utility payment, we have the stake and earn, we have the swap crypto, we have the insurance, and so on and so forth. At this point, I'm going to be moving the button to Iano to take it from here and walk you through the metrics. Thank you. Iano.
Thanks, Bola, for that. As Bola rightly pointed, our product is very seamless to use, and compared to our competitors in this space, we are quite established. We're currently leveraging on seamless onboarding experience for our users. And this is what we've gotten over the course of the last. And at the moment, we'll be able to sign over 7,000 users on our way. And we are making a projection that within the next 6 months, we would have at least have onboarded at least 18,000 to 20,000. Currently, we're in preparation to launch next month, and with 7,000 users on our waitlist, we expecting to get them to make use of the product. We've spoken with a couple of users and we've gotten quite interesting feedback. For example, we've spoken to a couple of experienced players in the space, like the head of CS in Bundle in Nigeria. We've spoken to the head of operations of Binance here in Nigeria also to get feedback on this product. And we've got really exciting responses. One of them is from Symbiat in the US. She's a graduate student in the US. And one of the things for her is she's a crypto enthusiast. And one of the things for her is that compared to our experience with Binance and Coinbase, and this is a repeat, this is not about Symbiat, this is a repeated experience we've had with all our users that's tested this product, is that, you know what, it's actually seamless to get on board. And more importantly, in less than 2 to 3 minutes, they can sign up on the product. And I don't know if many of us have tried out Binance before. The first experience was super complex. And compared to Binance, we've got like very easy user interface. It's quite neat. The UX it's quite seamless also. And we'll be able to create very strategic partnership and valuable partnership with key players in the space to help us scale and meet our targets. Without much further ado, I would love to share with every one of us a sample of the prototype of what we currently have in the MVP, which will be launching in the next couple of weeks.
Awesome. Time's coming up, so please be quick.
Sure.
Oh, that was it? Sorry, I thought you were going to show something.
Yeah, it's coming up now. All right. This is, can everyone see it?
Yes. Quickly walk through and then we can go on to questions.
Right. This is a very short video of what the product looks like. As you can see, it's quite easy to sign up, and this is how the home page looks like with all our features. Here, it's where you see the KYC and security features here. We also have embedded biometrics to help with security. Right. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. All right. Any questions? Any questions for Sentiv?
Yeah, this is BC. I have a question. To operate in the US, are you registered as an MSB, money service business with FinCEN? And do you also have any money transmitter license from any state?
Okay, so we are currently registered in the USA, Delaware to be precise, and we are currently working on getting a financial license. But with the registration we have at the moment, we are able to process transactions of financial services operating over there.
Can you repeat that? I didn't quite.
Okay, so I said we are currently registered in the United States of America, Delaware to be precise. We are a Delaware incorporated business, and with the registration we have currently, we are able to process financial services over there while we get a financial license. And it is the reason we are able to partner with the likes of Dollar, Sendwire, and so on.
Okay. All right. You might need to register with FinCEN though, because FinCEN is the body that actually will register you to enable to be able to operate as a money service business in the US. So that is something that you might want to take into
Yeah, that's
consideration.
currently ongoing.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, this is great to hear, and definitely connect offline. We are actually on time here. Thank you so much, Sentif. I can't believe how much you've grown. Also, I know that we met, we worked together a lot during the last boot camp and this boot camp as well. So yeah, I can't wait to see your progress. Awesome. So time's up, but I know how fast it goes. It's crazy. So stacks, TAP, DAP, and TDAP, are you able to present?
Hi, yeah. Now we're gonna present in a bit. Can you hear me, first of all?
Yeah, your audio is a little funky. Maybe you want to fix it?
Yeah, let me just try something.
Snack can present.
Awesome.
Are we ready?
Should we go now?
Yeah, take it away.
Okay.
Okay, maybe now it's better, right?
Oh, I think, Snack, I think TDAP about
Now,
Okay, we'll go
okay.
next.
Brandy, can you present after them?
No, I'm sorry. I thought we were gonna go. No, for me it's the same.
Yeah, Steph. Yeah, you are up. So Stacks is up now, and then after we can do Snack. Yes.
Okay, so
Similar names. I thought. I'm sorry.
Your audio is a little weird still, so I recommend to fix it. But TDAP can just get started.
Yeah, it's I'm trying to set the permissions. I don't know why they weren't set before. I've used Discord before, but
Some more time.
I'm sorry. Now I've tried to use my headphones. Is it better now by any chance, or the audio, or?
It's okay. Yeah. Are you ready for the now?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm sorry for that. No problem. Yeah. Okay. Well, great. Hi everybody. I'm Federico. We're presenting in this community fund Stack. That is a cloud LaTeX editor that comes with many features that comes from the use of Stellar and which give the project many benefits. But first of all, why have we focused on such a project? Well, that's mainly because we believe that LaTeX is an incredible resource with crazy potential in terms of user base and user growth. Imagine that approximately 18% of researchers use LaTeX to write their papers. And this ratio is even higher in the fields, for example, of maths and statistics, 92%, or computer science, 45%. So yeah, the product has great potential. We are integrating all the features it should have in order to make it work in the best possible way. And well, we are focusing a lot on the user interface, which is going to be very modern and clean. And on top of that, we believe it can gain an incredible advantage over its competitors, and why not even revolutionize its market thanks to the use of the decentralized ledger technology.
TDAP, do you want to share your screen? Yeah. Because it's the screen isn't shared. Just, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to set the permissions here, but it's not really necessary. So anyways, I'm trying to
Yeah, maybe it's gonna be more like necessary for the technicals, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm waiting Tommaso to set the.
Need a bit more time.
I keep going in the meanwhile so that it's not necessary.
Yeah. Go
So I was saying that that the product is gonna benefit a lot from the use of the decentralized ledger technology, and that's because our users will be able to tokenize the documents they write and publish them in a marketplace that is gonna be integrated in our platform. So on the other side, the other users are gonna be able to buy these tokenized documents fastly and securely through Stellar transactions, and yeah, also because of the Stellar implementation, it will be like possible to pay a price just to read the document. And the interesting thing is that the transaction will go directly to the authors. And well, now I'm not gonna go further on that. I'll leave the floor to Tommaso that is gonna go more in depth about these specific features and about the technicals of the project.
We have a few more minutes,
right,
so keep it short. Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Jeff, I would mute yourself because you have some feedback.
Yeah.
All right, so I also believe that you can see the presentation, right?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so well, hi all, and thanks again for joining this speech. So how does STech actually interact with Stellar? Well, there mainly is the decentralized documents marketplace, which Federico has already mentioned. But from a technical standpoint, the marketplace is basically a smart contract that runs on top of Stellar turrets. Which leverage Stellar's multi-signature functionalities, which allows us to achieve a certain level of decentralization even without using an actual smart contract platform like Soroban. Anyways, thanks to this marketplace, Stack users will be provided with an in-app and user-friendly interface to tokenize, buy, and sell quickly, safely, and with almost no fees in a decentralized manner their documents. Additionally, this tokenization of the documents and in general the use of Stellar transactions allows us to work on many other interesting features. In fact, for example, as well, Federico kind of already mentioned, we've been working on a feature that will allow users not only to tokenize their documents, but also to put them behind a paywall and only allow paying users to read them, which is like a common practice, especially in the academic world. And this should, well, this really would work by simply encrypting the tokenized documents and decrypting them on the server side. So this is not really a decentralized service, not like it's not like the marketplace, but still it would make the use of Stellar and its transactions to ensure that the actual owner of the document directly receives their royalties, their money, with almost again no fees. And this also can bring us some interesting perspectives. So, for example, if a document actually is really interesting and many people are paying to read it, it means also that this document also becomes some kind of security, so something that gives you a passive reward. And since these documents are tokenized, so they can be traded on the marketplace. This also like leaves interesting investing techniques. So this is it for this speech, and I'd like to end by telling you who's actually like behind STEC, which is Xeclu, so the home of our contributions, so mine and Federico's contributions to the Stellar network. In fact, for example, we have and still are participating to the Sorbanathon, and you can check out our submissions from the GitHub discussion. And we also have and are building projects such as, well, obviously STEC, but also like we have built T-Mixer, which is like a proof of concept coin mixer that relies on zero knowledge proofs, which is also a very interesting scenario. And more importantly, we're working hard on really understanding Sorban to build other interesting projects in the field of decentralized finance, always using Stellar.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, TDAP, and that was amazing. I'm so excited to have. Thank you for your support on Sorbonne and the Sorbonne. Oh.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, Dap, you have some feedback. So yeah, awesome. So we have some time for a quick question.
Hi. I have a question. So the only ones profiting are the owners or the ones who wrote this document? Or maybe do you know Ocean Protocol? Because it's a kind of a staking into interesting data sets. So someone could, me myself, could I invest into a document that is uploaded on your platform and I also get part of the future returns?
Yeah, so this is actually, this is a really interesting idea. We haven't yet looked at it, but it definitely seems very interesting also because like since these are actually tokens, how we manage them, like it's all part of a very composable design. So this is actually something that you gave us a really good idea to work on. But
yeah, check Ocean Protocol is awesome, to be honest.
Nice. Yeah, so I think that we'll look into it. Definitely.
Questions for Brett? I think we have room for one more.
Yeah, I have a question. Have you guys partnered with any higher education institution? Because I think this would be probably more relevant in the academia than anywhere else.
Yeah, no, we currently have not partnered with anyone really. This is like currently more of a side project which we hope to like scale more and bring into the like competitive space of editors and obviously also all the other features that that we implement in our app. But like to do that, we also need like some well, obviously we need the budget required to do certain things, to register and to like have legal consulting also for working with cryptos. So we currently have not reached the state of the project where we actually go and partner, but we definitely look forward to it, and that's also why we are applying for this community fund.
Well, that's great to hear. Oh yeah. And definitely, if you have any more questions or any more comments, like put them in the chat. Show some love. It's amazing, like how much like you're doing also for Sorbonne-a-thon. So yeah, great.
Can I add something or not?
Yeah. Well, we are having to go on to our next one, so please ask it in the chat. Okay. So our next candidate will be Snack. Randy, are you ready?
Yes.
Awesome. Take it away. And yeah, JF Branch, please ask in the chat. That will be amazing. Thank you.
Can you see me, Anka?
Right, it's loading. It says screen paused. Randy has minimized their application. Sit tight. You might want to open up. Maybe I can try to open it up again.
Open it. Try the double box up at the top, right?
Do you want to try sharing again?
Can you see anything from our screen, Anka?
It says on my end screen is paused, but you might want to just like stop sharing and then share again. We're having some technical difficulties this afternoon. This morning was so smooth. Everyone, I guess it's just a thing. Let me see. All right, feel free to share again.
Yeah, or try. There you go. And share, go live. How's that?
Yeah, yes, we can see it.
Awesome.
Is that
right, thank you.
live? Oh, wait. It's too like zoomed in or something. You might have just shared a, yeah, I think you shared a portion of the screen. We can't really see it now. Yeah, you have to like do it again and then make sure to share the whole screen. Oh, wait. Now it's good. Wait, no, it's not good. Yeah, no, I only see part of the screen for some reason. I don't know. Is everyone else seeing that too?
Yeah, it's showing on the screen.
Yes.
Yeah, you might want to just share again, and then make sure to click on the entire screen because I only can see a portion of your screen. So stop sharing and then share again.
Sorry.
It's like it's really cropped in on one tiny postage stamp size part of the screen.
Okay. Yeah, get that one.
Yes, I think we're set. I think this is good.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Awesome. Take it away.
Whoa. Thank you. I'm Jay Carpenter, founder of Desert Blockchain Camps and a member of the SNAC team. And when our team entered the Stellar Community Fund number 11, we asked ourselves, how could we create a fun, easy, and useful experience for users, even for those with no technical background whatsoever, to experience the powerful benefits of the global Stellar ecosystem? Could we make interacting with Stellar NFTs as simple as opening the door to the hotel room on our next vacation? Could we introduce decentralized Stellar functions to people who have never used blockchain or cryptocurrency without asking them to download an app, set up a wallet, deal with public-private keys, or even create a password? All of these beginning steps, including know your customer requirements, can be tremendous barriers for people to enjoy the benefits of the Stellar network. We are delighted to introduce a new and seamless way for people around the world to interact with Stellar. It is the hello world for almost anyone on Earth to do their first of many transactions on the global Stellar network. We call it SNAC, which stands for Stellar NFT NFC Access Control. We are inviting the Stellar community to join us in creating this system. The first and most basic use case is to use an access card similar to a hotel door key to open a door. The only thing a user of SNAC is required to do is to keep the card in their possession. Desert Blockchain or any organization or entity will do all the required technical details within a custodial account in order to activate the card. Here is a simple demonstration of opening the door to a refrigerator. Desert Blockchain will issue an access card like this one to members. All the member has to do is wave the card in front of a near field communicator, NFC, like this one on the refrigerator, and the door will open. Voila, the door has opened. Members can even use their smartphones if they don't want to carry another card. Once we have proven this first phase, we will expand the capabilities to allow more technical users to hold the access NFTs in their wallet and control their own public-private keys. We are excited about the opportunity to collaborate with anyone in the Stellar community to innovate with this easy-to-use platform. Here, some of the SNAC team members will show you how fun it can be to use SNAC. Vote for SNAC.
That's amazing. Awesome. That was it.
Vote for SNAC.
Oh my God, I love
The
this.
interpretation was vote for SNAC.
I love this. I love this project. Okay,
Vote
this
for
is
SNAC.
amazing. Yeah, I got it. I got it. All right. Well, thank you so much, SNAC, for this amazing presentation and demo. I'm glad we got it to work through Zoom somehow. And I want one of those cookies. Oh my God, give me one.
Absolutely. We're not promising a cookie for every vote, but we'll consider it.
All right. All right. Well, I love this idea. Great. Does anyone have any questions for SNAC? Feel free to unmute.
So it's a kind of using Stellar with IoT.
Yes.
IoT, there's many sensors. How are you connecting them?
We're connecting them using something called Node-RED, which is an open source platform that's run by the OpenJS Foundation. It's a low-code solution for connecting the Internet of Things with various APIs and so forth. One of our members of the SNAC team is Shane Sandler, Blockchaingerous, and he actually was awarded Stellar Community Funds last year for his Crypto Cannoneer project. And we're sort of leveraging that to make this very easy to use community platform. Introduces people as simply as possible to the Stellar network.
And how are the sensors connected? Do you use LoRaWAN or are connected through Wi-Fi or a cable?
We could do all those. We could do LoRa, we could do Wi-Fi, cable. We might even do television white space, who knows?
Mm-hmm. And is it a solution that you want to, that you're doing for yourself and your business to implement for others, or is something that you want to let like everyone use it and install them from their home? So me, myself, could go buy a sensor and use your solution, or do you implement it in other businesses?
The canvas is wide open at this point. We're really interested in introducing this to the entire Stellar global developer community and exploring, exactly how can this be used? What are the use cases? The primary benefit is simple ease of use. It's like a starter point for people to use the Stellar network. Do a very simple wave of the card, and then we could take it from there to show them how that particular even opening of a door is showing up on the Stellar blockchain.
Thanks for all the answers.
Amazing. Well, this is this is great, and I think like it could have a lot of use cases also, like especially like it's like kind of like Airbnb or like I guess like opening up fridge at work. I got to make sure that you track who's taking out what, so that we don't steal each other's lunches.
Well, we think there's some applications with the smart contracts that are being rolled out, and we'd like to experiment with that. So we're keeping it really, really simple right now with the card, but as we progress through this project, we see a huge amount of opportunities with it.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Jay. This is amazing, and great work, team. Also, last week during the bootcamp, I think you made a lot of progress, and I really look forward to seeing how this goes. And definitely, if you have like a video of that, what you just did in better quality, definitely post it because my recording is not going to be as great. All right. Well, we are definitely on time. We got a little lost there. We are our next candidate is Curry Bank. Curry Bank.
Hi. How are you?
Yes. Are you able to present?
Yeah. Let me see.
So, Snack team, there's an open question on the chat from Teach, so make sure to get to that.
So let me know if you can see my screen.
It's still loading for me. Give it a second. Says they might have some issues. It says the stream you're viewing currently has reduced video or audio quality, maybe due to network conditions. Mind trying maybe share again? Maybe that helps.
Okay, I'm going to try it again.
And possibly try at a lower frame rate. That could work.
Oh, yeah. Try a lower frame rate. All right, it's loading still, I think.
Yeah.
Have you tried a lower frame rate?
Yeah, I tried. I put it just in 720, but I don't know.
Did you also present yesterday? During a tech check?
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Did you also present yesterday during the tech check? I wonder, like, if it's actually on maybe it's an access issue for Discord.
Yeah, I guess it because yesterday I was presenting from desktop and now I'm presenting from the app. So it could be something.
Yeah, is it any way possible you could present from the desktop app or the desktop? I guess.
Yeah, I'm going to open it right now.
Okay. And I love today. Today everyone has some technical difficulties, so it's Discord. All right, let me see. Do you need some more time then? Maybe we can go to someone else first.
Yeah, please give me a couple of minutes so maybe someone can go first.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's do that. Let's see, Alex, Stella Carbon. Do you want to present? Are you ready?
Hi. Let me check with Adam if he's ready. He's going to do the pitch. I'm here mostly for the questions.
Okay. Adam, are you ready?
Yeah, I think he was doing a last practice run, so he turned off his sound for a moment.
I know.
Get a hold of him now.
I've been. We moved up the schedule a bit.
Yeah, I guess my answer is we're not ready right now. We might be in a minute, but Adam needs a chance to see
Okay,
things.
let me see. Erasmus from Spacewalk. Would you be ready by chance? I know it's a bit early. Well, he was here for a minute. He left. Oh no. Okay, let's see if Francisco, are you able to present from Curry Bank? I think we all need to be there. Everyone needs to have some preparations. All right. Oh, who was trying to share their screen? I think it stopped.
Yeah, I tried to share my entire screen.
Yeah, you have to do it again because it stopped.
Okay.
Oh, like I don't know, like it just stops like automatically. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know. Sorry.
I can't believe it. This morning, everything went so smooth. Okay, please stay on the line. We are fixing some technical difficulties. Francisco, can you try to share again?
Yeah, of course. There is something happening here. No, it just tell me.
No, it's ended again. Yeah. Adam from Stellar Carbon, are you able to go first or anyone? Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Okay. Okay, Francisco, take a few minutes to get settled in. We are going to hear from Stellar Carbon first.
Thank you. Perfect.
Okay, I'm just sharing my screen. How's that for you? Can you see that?
I can see it, but I think you're really quiet, at least for me.
Yes, definitely speak up a bit. Awesome.
Yeah, okay.
Take it away.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah,
perfect.
Good. Okay. My name's Adam from Stellar Carbon, and I'm coming to you from Australia. And we were basically providing transparent nature-based carbon offsetting with proof of retirement on the Stellar network and also in the Vera registry. And our logo kind of depicts the carbon, the symbol for carbon inside the logo for the Stellar network, and also the rings of the growth rings of a tree, which is kind of like the projects that we developed. So it's a bit of a background there. So basically, the urgency is that we, as a community, a global community, we need to draw down 1,250 gigatons of carbon, and the net cost to solve the issue is about $27 trillion, and we only have 8 years to do that. On average, each person in the world contributes about 5 tons of carbon each year, and in the US, that's about 16 tons per person, just to give you an idea. So if we're selling offsets at the moment for $16, so that'd be about $256 for someone to live carbon neutral and address this very pressing, urgent need that we all need to take into account. Basically, nature-based solutions are one of the most effective categories for climate mitigation and adaptation. And deforestation and ecosystem degradation are major sources of greenhouse gas emissions. And it's unclear who should take responsibility for these projects. And because of this, these are the sort of projects that Stellar Carbon are starting to support and purchase those projects. So we do some extra auditing on those projects to bring them to the fore. So that's where we say these are high quality nature-based offsets. And we're really aiming to make them very accessible and simple for cryptocurrency holders to access. And one of the really key things that we can do that people can't do on Vera and other sort of offsetting is that we can claw back what we say, claw back offsets if they are not made with good intention. So, for example, if coal-fired power station was to buy some instead of actually transitioning from coal-fired power to renewable, then we can claw back if they're saying that they're just offsetting by buying some nature-based offsets. And yeah, one of the really big things we want to get out of this is a scalable solution that we can bring to others that are building on Stellar, so that everybody can offer this to their user bases and also offset themselves to have good nature-based credibility going forward. And so in phase one, the proof of concept, we were a finalist in round 9, and basically we've set up a Vera account, we've bought some projects, and then out of that process we built an API to build XDR to do the transactions. And then in phase 2, which is kind of now, through getting into the round 11 and also the boot camp, we've done a proof of concept to automate the wallet transactions, basically. So our next phase would be to partner with anyone building on Stellar and start to integrate this into their environments. So
awesome. Time's almost up, so rounding up.
Okay. Yeah, so there's some great opportunities at the moment that are happening in the market. Things are really starting to ramp up in terms of the demand on these things. And, we've got a competitive edge. We're one of the first to do the retirements on the blockchain of these retirements. So we're really on the front foot. We've got a great team. There's myself, Alex, and a couple of other people, Daniel and Ollie, who have been previous winners for other projects. And yeah, in summary, we've got to catch up fast, and people on Stellar may not be aware of these positive impacts that they could make by integrating something like this into their offering, and we think that we're in a good position to do that.
Awesome.
So yeah, we'll go to the questions if anyone has any.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your presentation. Great. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, I do. I'm actually like it. We have love together. My project Go Market is also strongly related to carbon emissions. Then I want to ask you why. So are you just focused? You always mention just blockchain users. Why not a customer buying with the car, with a credit card, and you of course process that afterwards the whole system on blockchain? But I think what I would focus on, or I would open my mind, like Stellar that has very few on-chain users.
Hi, Felipe. Yeah, no, of course, we've thought about that, and we think we mainly just need to start with people who already have access to a Stellar wallet, just to show what we can do. There is a lot more competition, like outside of the blockchain space, of course. Like even the United Nations have their own retail-oriented offsetting tool. Another one we like is Gold Standard. And there are a couple of those where anyone can just go with a credit card, but basically what you get in return then is a PDF certificate, and it's not like always clear what that means for people. It's also can be a bit hard to show around. And so we think we have a lot of benefits, a lot of improvements we basically made to what's already out there, and we just want to get started with people who already have access to a Stellar wallet, just to show these benefits, and then we might want to open up also to a broader audience.
Okay, thank you for the answer. It makes sense.
Awesome. Any more questions? Nope.
Hi, I have a question. Yeah, really cool presentation. Thanks. I just wanted to know, what's your plan for like getting users, and do you think you're gonna go for individuals first and then consider companies looking to offset carbon during, like, as a cost of business? Or yeah, like how do you see business development going?
I can just give a very brief answer, then maybe Adam wants to follow up a bit. So initially, last SCF round we participated in, we were still mostly targeting businesses that operate on Stellar, because back then we didn't know of any way that basically the emissions from network infrastructure would get compensated. But yeah, in the meantime, I think SDF also picked up on this and announced that there will be a carbon dioxide removal initiative to compensate for the remaining network emissions. And yeah, so for us that means we made a bit of a pivot, and we're working on a very retail oriented solution now. But I think we will get back to businesses as well. But first, maybe it's good to show that we can actually do this with just small users.
So it'd be something along the lines of, if I took a flight, I can offset my carbon by buying some of the Stellar carbon tokens.
Definitely. Well, you will get basically a token locked in your wallet as proof of having done a carbon offset. So it's not a case of just buying a carbon credit and then you could keep trading it or something. That wouldn't qualify as an offset, at least not according to us. So it's really something that gets locked into your wallet and stays there unless you really have to swap it over to another wallet. Something, there are edge cases we can deal with, but in principle, you get your carbon token locked into your wallet as proof of having offset that flight you mentioned.
Cool, thanks.
Awesome.
Also, are you pioneers?
Well, yeah. I guess very quick. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
Pioneers, are you pioneers in fractionalizing the carbon certificates? Because, for example, there are some certificates that are handled in 1 ton or 1,000 kilowatts. That's too much for a private individual. So, are you pioneers here, fractionalizing these certificates?
Yes. We may need to take this offline for more nuance, but just quickly, yes, like in traditional registries, you can only offset whole tons of carbon. On the blockchain, others have already shown fractional carbon offsetting, but what you don't get with these existing blockchain solutions is also a traditional certificate. And so with us, you can basically get both. So we pioneer that your fractional retirements, as soon as they add up to a whole ton, you basically also get the traditional certificate. So that's sort of our best of both worlds approach to this.
Excellent.
Thanks for the
Awesome.
question.
Awesome. Thank you so much for the questions, and continue the discussion in the SCF 11 forum channel. Up next, we got Curry Bank. Curry Bank, are you able? Curry Bank? Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you able to present?
I think I fixed it. Let's see.
Adam, can you stop sharing your screen? Awesome. Thank you so much, Telecarbon team.
Please let me know if you see my screen.
I can see.
Yes. Yes. Awesome. Feel free to present.
Perfect. Hi, I'm Francisco, founder of Curry Bank. We are driving small businesses financial inclusion. Let me tell you how we do that. Did you know that 70% of all small businesses and 97% of entrepreneurs in Latin America don't have access for financial services? And also, most non-financial companies don't give direct credit for the small businesses client. So what is our solution? We are fighting with this huge illiquidity by providing direct loans and financial structure for small businesses that we financed with a blockchain, with international blockchain investments that allow us to untap billions of stagnant assets. The idea is we capture crypto, fiat, or international investments backed with our token, and we deploy these funds in emerging markets. For analyzing the risk, because these small businesses are obviously don't have a lot of credit records, we use a machine learning social credit score that uses alternative data to identify the customers that are more prone to default. Our proprietary architecture is flexible and scalable, and we are specialized in lending, but we can add more financial products. Right now, you can invest in CUP tokens, get our token backed with 8% APY, and we use those funds to lend directly to small businesses with a 12% minimum annual yield and $12,000 average a month. The average revenue per customer is almost $1,500. When we embed our financial structure,
I think you're actually not sharing your, like changing the slides. I think you're on the wrong screen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know what is happening.
Yeah. So if you're on this screen, like where you're on right now, then we can see it.
Okay, I'm going to go from here.
Yeah.
So this represents a $60 billion market for us. In Latin America, Latin banking is the second most profitable in the world, just behind Africa. Right now are 6 million of small businesses looking for financing, and there is a $1 trillion gap between what small businesses need and what is provided by the industry. Our team is formed by 7 people, led by Ludwig, our CTO. He's in charge of product architecture. He founded a previous fintech startup here, a profitable fintech startup here. Me, Francisco, I founded 2 previous startups. I have experience in banking process innovation. And Ludwig is a consultant also in data analysis, DeFi, and blockchain. I forget to say that. Caroline is an amazing advisor who is helping us through our strategy. So our competitive landscape, we are specializing as small businesses. We want to use the Stellar blockchain because we need to move a lot of money, convert it, guard it, secure it, and transfer between countries. We allow these international investments. We embed our technology in non-financial companies, and we can offer financial and strategic advice. Our machine learning credit score is different from what neobanks use, and also incumbent banks don't use it. We offer a full digital experience. Right now, we are having 10 loan applications per day. Since when we started, we were receiving 5 applications per month. The average amount is $12,000. We have a long wait list for more than $1 million, which translates in almost $200,000 in annual revenue. And we are looking for a pre-seed round of $500,000 to build a $700,000 loan portfolio, get 4 companies to embed our technology, reach at least another $500,000 on CUP deposits, and generate key hires on marketing, sales, research and development, product and risk. We are looking obviously to be available, to be fit for the Stellar Community Fund, and also to hire blockchain developers. Thank you so much. We appreciate the time, and I'll be happy to answer any question that you have.
Thank you so much, Francisco. That was a great presentation. Does anyone have any questions?
Yes, Francisco, in which countries are you currently operating? Where are you getting those loans per day? Sorry.
Yes, we are currently based in Ecuador. We are receiving, for now, loan applications just in Ecuador, but we are offering our investments in Mexico, Peru, Argentina, Colombia, and Ecuador.
Thank you.
Any more questions? Not, I'll go. Francisco, you were also part of the SCF bootcamp. Like, what did you build during the bootcamp? And can you tell us a bit about that and how it worked?
Yeah, we were kind of validating our assumptions on how does our idea could work in a scale mode. So there is a lot of assumptions that we have. One obviously is that people is going to be able to invest in us. The people are going to trust in us, and how we can manage that. And the questions of how can we do that help us a lot to see different aspects on how to assess these questions. I think that was the most valuable for us.
Awesome. Great to hear. Any last questions?
Erasmus here from Pendulum Satoshi Pay. I just wanted to know if you also, I assume you're also relying a lot on stable coins for this. Sorry, I think because there was no visual aid for the first part of the presentation, I might have missed this part.
Yeah. Right now
maybe
we
you
are
could just dig into that topic.
Yeah, of course. Thank you for the question. Yeah, we are relying a lot on stable coins right now. We are converting any deposit on Bitcoin, Ethereum. We are converting to stable coins, bringing to the country, and converting again. So that's kind of how we are fighting the volatility right now. Is kind of affecting us, and we are depending too much on P2P network, and the stable coins is the more reliable way to do it. So that's kind of we want to take advantage of Stellar because we can transfer more rapidly. We stop to depending on P2P network, and obviously is more scalable.
Understood. Thanks.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kurbank, for presenting. I love to see your progress as well, and as you onboard and integrate Stellar. We are ready for our last participant, last candidate of the day, Spacewalk. So Erasmus, take it away. Are you able to share your screen?
Let's see. This is going to be very exciting. So I'm sitting on a dodgy mobile phone hotspot right now. For some reason, no other solution works right now. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can see it. That's no worries. You know, everyone's had some issues these days. It seems to be in the air. All right, well, take it away.
We'll do it live, as they say. Yeah. So thank you all for sticking around. I'm sure it's been a very, very long day for everybody. So great to have you. And Anke, thank you for arranging all this. My name is Erasmus. I'm the head of product at the Satoshi Pay, where we are currently building a bridge between Stellar and the Polkadot ecosystem. Let me see if I can. Yes, it also works. In short, it's all about connecting Stellar to Polkadot. Since the context here, I'm going to assume that everybody is very familiar with Stellar. So I'm just going to spend a little bit of my breath on talking about Polkadot. Polkadot is a smart contract ecosystem. It was founded by one of the co-founders of Ethereum, Gavin Wood, and just had its mainnet launch in 2020. It's a smart contract first environment. It's more in line with Ethereum. And it's building a kind of blockchain of blockchains. So it's a way of building scalable, interconnected blockchain networks. Stellar, on the other hand, is its focus is of course more on reliability, on robustness, on connecting into the traditional fiat infrastructures, where Polkadot comes more from the cyberpunk ethos of a very decentralized governance model, for example, that they have implemented. We believe that fusing these two ethos will unlock a lot of value for token holders on both sides, and give especially new opportunities to Stellar token holders and users. Just a very brief look under the hood. Essentially, it works like this, that a user on Stellar will show some intent to bridge into the Polkadot ecosystem. There's a lot of parachains in that network, a lot of blockchains in that network. It doesn't really matter as long as they're using the Spacewalk bridge. Then a Stellar Oracle will sit in the middle and read on the Stellar network that these money are now being locked. Basically, to unlock them on the other side with the bridge smart contract in the Polkadot ecosystem, whether they will be available for sophisticated and complex AMMs, for example, or yield liquidity, liquidity provisioning, and then yield earning, and so on. One thing I'd like to highlight here is the Stellar Oracle, which is a technology that we have invested quite a bit in. This whole bridge is based on something called inter-BTC. That's an existing bridge concept that is battle tested and robust. But one thing that we had to build in order to be able to integrate it into Stellar, we had to build this Oracle service. And this is really cool because this is a component. All of this is open source, of course. So this component is actually something that other bridge technologies that wants to bridge Stellar into other ecosystems, they can actually use this and have a trust minimized or reduce the trust, so to speak, and make the bridge more trustless. So a little bit about us, Satoshi Pay. We've been building blockchain products since 2014, and we've also been running a lot of blockchain services. Among other things, here on the right-hand side, you can see we've been running 3 of the yellow lines there, 3 of the most used nodes on the Stellar network. We also developed a wallet called Solar Wallet for Stellar, and we have also a lot of experience with other blockchain environments and contexts. In short, we are going to bring a lot of new DeFi opportunities for Stellar to participate in the DeFi ecosystems. It's being built by an experienced team. We basically know what we're doing. It's based on a battle-tested bridge technology, and especially this component, this Stellar Oracle, is very interesting because that's something that the overall community can really benefit from. With that, I conclude, and would love to take any questions that you may have.
Awesome. Great to have you here. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Commercially, this is going to be focusing on individual Stellar wallet holders, or is it going to be a B2B commercial effort?
And anybody with a Stellar asset in a wallet can use this service. Yeah, so it's open for all.
Thank you.
Was the solid connection between the spacewalk, pendulum, and Polkadot?
Yes, so I tried to simplify it a little bit. So Pendulum is a parachain on the Polkadot network that we are currently building. It is going to be focusing around bringing smart contracts, like connecting the whole Polkadot ecosystem especially focusing on the fiat tokens on that network and around, and trying to give more opportunities to build DeFi financial instruments on top of fiat tokens. So, of course, connecting Pendulum to Stellar is very attractive because Stellar has that connectedness to the traditional financial institutions, and of course, some more robust tokens come out of that. We've seen recently it's been quite clear that the more algorithmically focused stablecoins have not been so stable after a while. I'm thinking, of course, here of Terra and Luna as a classic example. So we are looking for like real, how can I put it, fiat tokens that are available for real use cases today and has that robustness and stability. So
okay,
that was a very long way of
answer.
saying that, very long, just to summarize, very long way of saying that Pendulum is a parachain on the Polkadot network, and the Pendulum we're developing. But again, the project that we're talking about here is Spacewalk, which is a separate thing.
Okay, I see. It makes sense, using the fiat from the stable coins backed by fiat from Stellar on Polkadot. Yeah, thanks.
Exactly.
I think we have room for one more question.
Hi, is there any possible use for the technology from bridging public Stellar blockchain to a private Stellar blockchain?
So you would be talking about a use case where there would be we have the existing Stellar blockchain, the public one, and then there would be hypothetically a private version of that, a fork of that, and then a bridge between those two? Or did I understand that correctly?
Yes.
No, this one is very targeted at the Polkadot use case because Polkadot is based on a framework called Substrate, and it's very intimately tied into that.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, and definitely, if you have more questions for Spacewalk, ask them in the forum post. Were you able, Erasmus? You made a forum post yet in the SCF 11 channel?
Yes, did indeed.
Amazing. So yeah, definitely, if you have any questions, make sure to direct them there. And any this is super interesting, and I can't wait to see all the different use cases that are coming out of it. So congratulations, and we love to see you more and more in the Stellar Community Fund. Great. So that concludes our candidate pitches. Let me quickly share my screen to conclude the session today. All right. So, thank you so much for joining, everyone, and thank you for presenting. This was amazing. I know everyone had a bit of technical difficulties today, but hey, that happens, and I'm glad we got through it together, and thank you for staying on. So continue the discussion in the SCF 11 forum channel, very important. So this is really to kickstart things off, and if you have more questions, definitely engage with candidates there. Then we have actually some more sessions. Tonight we have a session at 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you're able to join, definitely come. And then there's a morning and afternoon session tomorrow as well, where our final candidates will present. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow and tonight. And if after the community discussion phase, which or I guess it's kind of still community discussion like until December 4th, but the community vote phase will start next week, where verified community members can vote on which candidates they want to see grow in the ecosystem and get funded. And so definitely, if you want to be part of this, you can become SCF verified. There's a few, if you check there's actually a link here in the Discord that says get verified or something, and then you can find out the benchmarks for qualification and fill in the application process. Awesome. So keep up to date here and learn more. It's exciting to have around. We're just starting community discussion, and I can't wait to see everyone engage and grow their project. Awesome. So back to the Discord screen. That was it. Thank you so much, and see you tonight or tomorrow.
Thank you.
I hope both.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much.